Welcome, guys. This is the King Therapod Show. So, for those that haven't been watching lately, Marshall Wayne, also known as Anakin Crywalker, and his slave Uncaged Monkey both have made ridiculous conclusions based on the saber-tooth study published by Kai Anderson. Now, as many of you have seen in the community tab, I actually had a chance to talk with the publisher of the study regarding who has the more devastating bite between the lion and the tiger. Just as me and Shadow predicted, the publisher states that I am, however, sure my very limited data set will not help you answer your questions. Which is hilarious because if you guys saw Marshall Wayne's response video towards me and Shadow, he sounded so confident that this data would prove who has the deadlier bite, when in reality the very publisher of the study he was referencing doesn't even agree with his own conclusion. Now, unlike Marshall Wayne, who didn't even point out the shift value difference between the two species was small, Uncaged Lion actually did mention how the shift values for both lions and tigers were almost the same. However, don't let that confuse you into thinking I'm complimenting him, because his video's got its own set of problems. Okay, to start off with, the lion he included in his comparison here is way bigger than this particular tiger skull he's comparing it to. If you read what it says for the sizes of the skulls, this lion's skull measures almost 6 centimeters longer than this tiger skull, which is only 11.9 inches in length. The average skull length for adult Bengal tigers is more like 14 inches, and for Siberians, it's even bigger at 370 millimeters, or 14.6 inches. So he used a small tiger skull in his comparison with this lion skull, completely misleading viewers into thinking these represents the actual averages for these two species. In addition, there was this paper being posted by lion fans from Christensen's study discussing about distinguishing features between lions and tigers. In the study, lion fans have been referencing this table showing the relative differences in measurements between the lions and tigers used in the study. As we can see in this table, the tiger's upper canine height was only slightly greater than the lion's, with the tigers having teeth measuring on average 58.4 millimeters and the lion's 51.5 millimeters. However, what the lion fans didn't show you was that the study actually consisted of a mixed subspecies sample for tigers, which included Javan and Sumatran tigers, which are the two smallest subspecies by far. So the sample wasn't even a purely Bengal tiger sample and does not reflect the averages for Bengal tigers or Siberian tigers.